hello everyone. At the beginning there, we weren't sure if we were live or not. So to get in, it says pause to Tracy. I'm
going to see if this is better. I think our Wi-Fi is being sneaky. Okay, I think we got a better connection now.
Okay, sounds good.
Is it working now?
It's working on here. It's like, I didn't save it.
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear us and see us. Sorry, we've had a little bit of a connection problem today. But we're live with Quince's a little over 1 week old Hollywood dog litter. And they're pretty snoozy and sleepy today. But at this point, these puppies, they can't see or hear. And they also can't regulate their own body temperature. So the room that they're in is kept nice and toasty warm. And then there's a heating pad in one corner of their box. So
Show it over there.
They can crawl on and off of it as needed. So they are starting to get more mobile. So around day 12, they kind of get up on their feet. And I know some of these guys, when we saw them the other day, were already starting to do that. So they're a bunch of little keeners. And you can see, I think it's Lassie is trying to get her feet underneath her here with the purple collar. And is that Scooby?
That is Odie.
Or Odie with
Odie's moving and he's climbing onto Lassie right now. And
I think we're going to have a cuddle.
And then Nana's over there in the back lane with her belly up.
Belly up.
Yeah.
She's very comfy back there. So at this stage of the game, the puppies, we're starting body handling with them. So we're doing something called supportive touch. So we're handling their feet and stroking their body while they're nursing. And so that's just to get them making positive associations with humans, touching them or touching their paws, things like that are kind of the building blocks to all sorts of things. So everything from, down the road wearing different types of equipment or harnesses, etc., but also something as basic as having their nails trimmed. So we start that association right out of the gate. So we do that while they're doing their favorite thing, which is having snacks from mom. We're also already trimming these little nails. So they grow, if you think the puppies are growing quickly, their nails grow even quicker. So I don't know, Tracy, if you can zoom in on one of their toes and just show their teeny tiny little toenails. But everything about them is growing quickly right now. So you can see these teeny little toes. And so every 3 days or so they get a little tiny toenail trim. So those little white tips that you see there, we just trim the little white tips off. And be very careful, obviously, not to cut the quicks, etc., but keeping those nails nice and short right from the get-go, but also getting the puppies used to being handled in different ways. So the other thing that's happening this week is they'll start probably a little bit later in the week getting a few obstacles added to their environment. Oh, they're already in there. I just saw the whale. So just different soft objects, whether it's rolled up towels or stuffed animals, that allow the puppy just a little bit of dimension. So not just a flat surface, but the obstacles that they have to crawl around or over. And so I've noticed a few people are posting a few questions in the comments, so I'll try and answer them. So welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, my goodness.
So this is Lassie. Her eyes are actually starting to open a tiny bit. I don't know how well you can see her.
We have peepers. Hello, Lassie. So Bahar was just asking when they moved to sleeping in kennels. Not for a while yet. So the first several weeks they're in a whelping box, which is where they are right now. And I don't know if there's a scientific reason that they move around the edges, but maybe it's just to kind of curl up against something or have something about them, keeps them warmer. I don't really know. But those rails are there to protect them in case Quince comes in and lies down so that she doesn't squish them against the side of the box. And because we don't want a puppy getting smushed. So if Quince were to lie down kind of against, and one of them was behind her, that rail would protect them from getting squished. So kennels will start to play in once they're in a pen, and so we start out very easy by just adding the kennels with some blankets in it. You've probably seen them in our videos with the helicopter puppies, and so the doors are just left open, but the only soft spot in the pen, so the only soft kind of padded area or towels or whatever are in the kennels, and we do that intentionally so that the puppies puppies do seek out comfort. So when they go looking for that soft spot, it is in a kennel. So they're building a really positive association with being in their crates. And if anybody's just dialing in, this is our about 10-day-old now. Are they 10 days, Tracy, or 9?
Yeah, so Sunday there were 7, so 9.
9 days old. Tracy was just showing us Lassie. Her little eyes are just starting to open. So at the beginning I said they can't see and they can't hear, but that will be rapidly changing over the next couple of days. So their eyes will open and their ears. And so we're also continuing to do ENS, which is early neurological stimulation. So we hold the puppies, we pick them up, and we hold them upside down, and then we turn them around. We tickle their toes with a Q-tip. We'll put them on a cold washcloth just for a different sensation. And so just exposing them to a variety of different things this week. Everything is very, very gentle. The handling of the puppies is very, very minimal. So there is not any puppy cuddling happening at this stage. We're touching them when they're nursing to start building a positive association with touch. But we're not picking them up during that time, obviously. We're just stroking them gently. We're touching their feet, etc. And really the only time that they get picked up and really kind of like held or cuddled is they get picked up at least once a day to be weighed. And their weight is really a good indicator of how they're doing. It's usually the first thing we start to see if a puppy is not doing well, is that their weight gain isn't climbing. And often we see puppies gain between 70 and 100 grams a day. Less than that is okay too, but we certainly don't want to see puppies losing weight. So Angela asked what the day in Whelping Home looks like schedule-wise. Right now it's a lot of eating, sleeping, and laundry. And it just kind of goes on a rotation. So Quince leaves the box periodically to go outside to toilet or to have a meal, etc. But most of the time she's in the box. And these guys kind of set their own schedule. So in the mornings, I know Tracy weighs them to make sure that everybody's doing well and thriving. But at this point, there's essentially somebody with them 24 hours a day, so that and somebody sleeping in the room with them, so that they can kind of be monitored around the clock. So, how is Quince doing, Tracy? Rye is asking.
Quince seems to be doing really well. She's taken a little bit more time out of the box now. She likes to sleep after they've been fed. She likes to just kind of sleep outside on the cool floor right beside the whelping box and just have one eye on them all the time. But she likes to have a little bit of space for a little while every once, a couple times a day after they're done eating. So she's doing really well.
Nice. And Cindy, to answer your question, yes, these are full golden retrievers. So I noticed when Tracy zoomed in on one of the puppies earlier to show the toes, they're starting to get fluffy. So at birth, they look very much like Labrador puppies. I don't see a lot of difference between the two when they're born. But over the coming weeks, the floof is going to get pretty real here. So you can start to see that it's starting to come in a little bit. Trace, can you zoom in on one of their faces, just kind of under the chin, because you can see they're definitely fluffier than our Labradors.
Yeah, we think their colors need to be loosened, but it's actually just because the hair is growing over them. They're actually pretty loose, but we often have to check because we think they're tight because the hair is growing over them.
Yeah. Yeah. And these guys definitely have more hair than the Labradors or the Lab Golden Crosses at this age. At this age, typically our puppies have very, very light, thin coats. You don't see any kind of feathering on the back of their legs or under their chin like that. So, we're going to be on for about 1 more minute. We're trying to keep these broadcasts nice and short so that we can do them every day. But if anybody has any last minute burning questions about these guys, I will try to answer them for you. And you can just post those questions in the comments. And if you don't have any questions, you can join us again tomorrow. You can dial in. We're going to be back with the helicopter litter in Calgary that are almost 5 weeks old Labradors. So we really appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been kind of neat to see how the number of viewers is growing each day. And we're super curious to hear where you're all kind of dialing in from to watch the puppies. So if you want to leave a comment for us about where you're dialing in from, we would love that. So we love to kind of hear where people are watching from. So feel free to do that in the comments. Cindy just asked who the father is. The father is from, was it Legion, Tracy?
Lantern, Guide Dogs for the Blind, Lantern.
Guide Dogs for the Blind, Lantern. So at this stage, Christian, no, they don't really have different personalities yet. Right now, we call them little like potato dumplings because they sleep and they eat a whole bunch. I know every litter I tended to have one that would like to crawl into the corner and cry because they got stuck there and couldn't get out. Like you might see some of that kind of thing. But those things are not predictors to like their future temperament, for example. So anything distinctive about any of them, Tracy, that you've noticed so far?
I not huge observations. I notice some like to cuddle in pairs, and I'll quite often find Benji and Winn-Dixie cuddling together. And then, Marley and Scooby definitely are more vocal when they're looking for food. So, just little things like that maybe...
Will continue? Yeah.
Yeah.
And, sorry, who's the blue collar? Is that Scooby?
This guy right here is Scooby, yes.
So there's Scooby and Lassie. Yeah, curled up together. Well, thank you everyone for checking in, and we really appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day. Hope you enjoy it as much as we do, and we will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, and we'll be tuning in from Calgary with the helicopter litter. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.